Hello Mila, hello Jack, hello everybody else who's watching, and welcome to Storytime with Grandad. Today's book is from the Garden Gang and is Grape. Grape was elegant and very graceful. She seemed to float on the air as she crossed the garden early one summer morning. The birds were singing a dawn chorus, which was quite breathtaking. Grace stopped moving and listened. Now, why can't the Garden Gang make sounds like that, she thought. It was then that she had the most magnificent idea. I know, she said to herself. We will have a Garden Gang orchestra. Wonderful noises we shall make. I must organise it myself this very day. Of course, I shall play the flute. She turned, and off she went. When she got home, she took a large sheet of clean paper from a drawer and began to write on the top in big, bold letters, Garden Gang Orchestra. Then, underneath, she made a list of instruments usually played in an orchestra. She also wrote a Garden Gang member's name beside each instrument. The next thing she did was to call a meeting of the Garden Gang to see what they thought of her idea. They were all thrilled and eagerly went off to practice with the instruments she had lent them. Can you guess who plays each instrument? Wait and you will see. Now began the practicing. Dreadful noises floated out from every corner of the garden. Horrified insects scurried back to their hideouts. Snails retreated into their shells. The birds were silent, and the toads and frogs dived into the waters of the lily pond and buried their heads in the mud at the bottom. As weeks went by, the creatures in the garden became used to the strange noises. Either that, or the noises improved. Sometimes a few of the Garden Gang would collect together behind a hedge or tree and practice playing harmonies on their various instruments. I think it's time we had a proper rehearsal, said Grape, as she glided towards a group of violinists. Where would be the best place to hold it? In my shed after dark, said the gruff voice of Peter Potato. If I clear it out, there'll be plenty of room. So the next evening, after dark, the Garden Gang members began to arrive in groups at Peter Potato's shed, each one carrying a precious instrument. Soon they had arranged themselves in the shed, leaving room, of course, for the music stands, but they couldn't start because they hadn't a conductor. Let's ask Tobias Turnip, called Roger Radish's little voice from the back of the shed. He understands music. A good idea, they all cried. Away ran Lawrence Lemon to bring Tobias to the rehearsal. Tobias was pleased to help, but said that to hold concerts they should have a real conductor. They practiced for hours and hours. The velvet sounds of Polly Pomegranate's cello blended beautifully with the sharper notes of the violins played by the blackcurrants. Roger Radish surpassed himself as he beat out the deep rhythms on the timpani with his feet, but the star was Grace with her silver-toned flute. They held their first concert 2 weeks later. Fruit and vegetable people came from all the neighbouring gardens. Tobias Turnip had invited the very famous Monsieur Cornelius Courgette from Paris to conduct. As the evening progressed, glorious sounds floated on the evening air. Grace sighed happily as she realised that her idea had been a great success. The end. Goodbye, Mila. Goodbye, Jack. I'll see you soon. Goodbye, everyone. Bye.